He should be able to eke his way into position. But
Yeah.
Can these cars make their way for the first few corners without, for want of a better phrase, eating shit?
Bets are open.
Okay.
Okay.
I really hope they do it. I'll leave it to it.
There we go. So that's 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, 6 lights, and there we go. Holder had a fantastic start. K-Sky had a slow start. You see them packing up behind already. Let's see what happens in the first corner. Ooh. Someone got taken out. That's Truss and Cole. Yes. The usual first corner shenanigans.
I'm going to go out on a limb here because I saw those two go. I reckon that Thrust took Cole out, but we'll see. And that doesn't look to be friendly.
Nope, not at all. I bet we're going to see a report about that after the race.
Yeah, no doubt.
Let's go back to the front. I see Godfrey and Huey are having a battle here. And Godfrey passed him nicely.
In the Baguette Mobile. Look at that. Hyundai. Seat. Peugeot. Alpha.
Yep. Peugeot looks nice though. So who else are having a battle here? Let's have a look at 66.
That's it. Nibble.
Yeah. Like that first corner is all about daring, I think. How deep do you dare go in? So it seems like, yeah, Cole has successfully passed Truss, so that's no longer an issue. I guess Truss is just gonna fall back now.
Yeah, Cole's just got 8 seconds to try and make it on 11th place.
Good evening, ladies and gents. Welcome to the currently in construction PNR studio. My name is Anders, and I'll be your host for this evening's race, the PNTCC Round 9 at Misano World Circuit. Captain Dudley, good evening. How are you? The big one, the penultimate round. Yes, before we head over to Donington for the final round of the PNTCC. It's quite a close affair so far. It's not too bad. Just make sure that there's a bit of music going. You can hear my mic go in, which is peaking. Let's turn it down a little bit. Can you hear the... You can't hear the cars on track just yet, so we'll keep an eye out for that one. Slightly different kind of layout on the stream today and the way that it looks. You will see the mouse a little bit more tonight, but it just looks a little bit cleaner overall, and looks pretty good. So this is the longest circuit in the PNTCC this championship, so not quite sure what sort of lap times we're looking at, but what it does mean is that the field will probably spread during the session. Free practice just started. There's 6 minutes left to go of that one, so we'll just go trackside now and get my really poorly background cutout head out of the way. And we're just currently watching Jay Skyring, who's not put in any practice. If he has, it's very little. Now the outlaps are 2:15, 2:11. So I'm going to predict that the actual lap itself is going to be in 150s, 149s, 150s, I think. 66 is currently in the running here for the PNTCC Championship. In fact, why don't I get the standings up and ready, shall we? Why don't I do that? Why don't I be slightly organised and do that? So yeah, 66 is currently leading the way with 135 points. J. Cole is sat in P2 at the moment, but it doesn't look like J. Cole is on this evening, so 66 can pretty much win the championship tonight. Pretty much win the championship. However, the battle for P3 is heavily on between Lloyd and Alacon. Lloyd currently sat with 63 points. Alacon sat with 59. So with 4 races left to go, it's anyone's between there. As we can see that the Omni has just come over the start-finish line with 150, so I'm not far off with the late 140s, 150s sort of time. So who do we have? We have EDOT, whoever that is, in the Swag Golf GTI. Jay Skyring, bigger stuff, has just crossed over the line with a 150, so I think a 149's asking for it for a bit, but I think someone will be able to do it. As Jay Skyring goes over the time in line and doesn't set a lap time, so clearly had a bit of a off track somewhere. As we're on board with Jay Lloyd, who is in the battle for P3 in the championship. Alameda is currently sat there at the moment. In fact, the battle for P3 is between Alameda, Lloyd, Alacon, and technically Paul. So is any one of those as Paul in today? No. We've got Figlione. Figlione's back in. That's a nice name to see back in again. Godfrey's here in the Peugeot. Liking the dedication to the French team. Do not trust the brakes. Oh, it's even got a P&R logo on it. I have just noticed that. Godfrey's little car's got a P&R on the front of it. Very cool. Is there a way that we can see this a bit more? There's a little P&R on there. Oh, I'm liking that. All beget, no regret. PNTCC, love it. Oh, amazing. That's made my evening, that has. That's it. We're just watching Godfrey now for the rest of the stream. This is the only view you're getting. All beget, no regret. I love that. Oh, well, let's fingers crossed Godfrey has a really good race today. In fact, he's just coming over the timing sheet in just a moment. Not full power. Funky colour with the white and purple. It's quite nice. Godfrey goes over into P3 for 146, so 147.5, sorry. So Godfrey's clearly found the pace around here at Misano. EDOT is gone into the lead. The car to keep an eye on is Alacon, who's doing a bit of sandbagging, I think, just chilling out in the old pit lane. Jay's going for 148. Coulson, our South African dude, is in P5 currently, probably looking to improve that time. We've got McRae currently revving the absolute bollocks off of that VTEC engine. The trick is with that section is to take the right-hander quite slowly and hug the inside line to really open that left-hander, because the sooner you can get onto the power, the more speed you can get on the straights. Lloyd currently in the Audi. One of two on the grid this evening. The other being Favel. Hasn't set a lap time yet. Oh, a bit of a cut there. That's what it looked like to me. But how you doing, Captain Deadly? Hello, everyone that is watching. If there are a few people watching, you don't have to say hi in chat. You don't have to do that. Just hope you enjoy the content for this evening. The racing will be competitive. It will be aggressive. There will be incidents. We might miss a few. But there will definitely be action all over the circuit. Is there audio going out? I can see my... Yep, audio both going out. Excellent. That's good to know. Lloyd is trying to figure out where overtaking manoeuvres can happen. I don't know who he's just pumped off the circuit there. Iommi. So Jamski's faster than Iommi, even though Iommi's just letting off the pace there, who set at 150. Capone in the Honda Civic. Currently P2. Any improvements? No improvements for El Capone. Jay Skyrim still sitting pretty in 4th. Coulson in 7th. Silla in 4th in the Golf GTI swag. Favell getting an early trip into the pit lane. Maybe night, lads. Let's just hope Godfrey has a good night. And just to say this now, it doesn't give him any leniency into driving like a dick. If anything, there's now more pressure on them to drive properly because they have our brand on the front. I don't believe they actually asked if they could. But, you know. 66. Red? Was that a DQ? Interesting. Is Lloyd finally saying a time? Is he finally getting something down? He is, and he moves to P2 at the end of practice. And it means absolutely sweet FA. So not bad there. Not bad from our practice session. We'll see a few more cars coming over the line now. Just getting those final few corners of practice in. But yeah, one day I will have this sorted. I do have, in fact, I don't know how well it would work actually. Does it? It kind of works. What if I kind of works. I do have this green bed sheet, which costs like £2 from Asda. Whoa! Oh. Woohoo! There we go. So I do have this. I just don't know how I can really... Oh, it's a bit see-through as well. I need to cut the corners. To let it, you know... To let it stretch a bit. To let it stretch. How's it going, Lemon? Does that kind of work a bit better? No, yes, maybe? No, I doubt it. We'll find out one day, I'm sure. If you wish to make a donation to the PNR community and I will use it towards a green screen, feel free in the... actually, no, I don't even think I've set up a donation sort of stream. But we're getting that. Whilst we are waiting for qualifying, yes, we do have the PNR 4-hour race on ACC coming up very soon. I think we're about 6 days away from it going ahead. We still need more drivers. I'm a bit anxious at the fact that we don't have many. You can do it solo. You can do it in a team of 2. But yeah, I just want the sign-ups in. It's completely free to do. If you can't do it, donate. Donate to the causes for Racing Against Dementia. So Jackie Stewart's charity, and I'm lucky enough to say that I haven't had the effects of someone having dementia yet. It's bound to happen in my lifetime, and from what I understand from like talking to friends that have had family members go through it, it's really not a pleasant experience. And as we are a sim racing community at heart, and you've got people like Sir Jackie Stewart, who are absolute legends. It just seems like a really good match. So make sure you check out the links in the description below. And without further ado, we'll head over to 7 minutes of qualifying. So here we go. We are looking at race control right now. Where is our championship contender? So Alameda isn't in this lobby tonight, so Alameda is going to drop some points. So it's between Lloyd and Alacon for the battle for P3. Now, depending on how their night goes, heavily depending on how their night goes, they could catch up to J. Cole and P2 and make the final round very, very interesting. What's this up here? It's very annoying, this box. now it's just in the way. I'll just put it here, then it looks like it's meant to be here. I can't put it there, so I'll put it there instead. Screw it. So look at all of the cars just shuffling out, and because of delivery, the Pretty Ninja all beget no regret. We'll go on board for Godfrey's first lap. We'll put him under pressure. Put them under pressure. So here we go, round the last corner. Taking a nice bit of cut there. Try and get a good drive. Over the timing line we go. Godfrey sets the lap time, but that's only because he had to drive past the timing line in the pit and completely outbrakes themselves in T1, which ruins T2, sorry. Around we go. Heavy braking just as that curbing on the left hand side dissipates. Now what you want to do here is get a good bit of exit, but keep left, keep right, keep right, turn in left as late as you can to really get in. To really get on the accelerator nice and early. Cole in chat, yo, can't bear Misano, and Doc said I've got a little more blood pressure, so no show tonight. Grass to 66 on the chamos. No worries, Cole. Yeah, I think the PNTCC is not great for blood pressures. If you need to get your blood pressure up, then I would say, yeah, it's a perfect medicine. But, you know, it has its moments. That's for sure. I hope you feel a lot better soon, my guy. And, yeah, I think even with tonight, depending on how it went, I think it's pretty much 66s. Regardless, he hasn't got a single win. 66, but he's got 6 podiums. Oh, and Godfrey completely ruins that there. Not a great first lap from Godfrey. We're putting him under pressure. He's put the livery on. We're back for Donny. Sounds good, my guy. Sounds good. When there's no, like, you know, stress or commitment to it, or, you know, you're just doing it for fun, your blood pressure can stay nice and low then. Yeah, that Hyundai is next level. Well, Godfrey is driving the old French baguette. PNR, all baguette, no regret. Not a great first lap. Hopefully Godfrey can improve. Coulson is up to P2. 66 currently in P1 with a 145, but Lloyd jumps in with a 144 in the Audi. So Lloyd is really feeling it. 66 has got red next to his name again. I don't think he's been DQ'd, surely. Oh no, he's revving up. He's revving up. Who is someone that we need to watch out for? Alacon for the battle for P3 of the championship. Alacon needs to find something. TV3, TV4, TV5, TV6, TV7. Woo! Look at that! With Bernie Pie in the sky. Cars look so small around Misano, they really do. Around the last corner he comes. Just keep it on TV8. Why not? And Alacon moves into P3. A whole second off the pace off Jamski. Godfrey moves up to P4, but Favell pips in there. Takes it away from him, P4. Who else do we need to check? Skyring is yet to set a lap as well. Not quite getting it all together. McRae moves into P8 with 150 in the VTEC Honda. Just not quite getting the gearing right there, McRae. Not doing badly, but just shifting down a little bit too low, not using the torque to get going. Biggerstaff, another name that's constantly in. Biggerstaff's yet to put a lap time in. There they go, round the last corner. Oh, there's no lap. I don't think he's actually setting a lap time right now. He is. Moves into P7. Colson's dropped down to P6. Jev currently in P8. E-Dot, who got a very good lap time in practice, not currently getting one in quali. But to be fair, well, that's a screenshot. Didn't mean to do that. Here's the AMG Mercedes 2.4 TV5. Let's do TV5. Godfrey coming around the final corner. Any improvements for Godfrey? This is the end of qualifying. Il Capone goes into P4. Godfrey, any improvement? No improvement for Godfrey. Mark Coulson. Who else have we got that needs to set a lap time? E-Dot needs to set a lap time. Oh, it's backed right out. Dives out of the way for people. That's very sportsmanlike. Lloyd's coming over the corner. I think Lloyd is going to secure that P1 quality. He does, crossing over the line. Jay Skyring yet to set a lap time. Zilla yet to set a lap time. We know E-Dot can do pretty well as Jay Skyring moves himself into P7, the danger zone. And Zilla still on their flying lap. Can they get one in? Favre is also on a flying. Oh, no, it's the end of quali. That's the end. Okay. So there we have it. So there is our starting grid. Lloyd, 66. Followed by Alacon, Il Capone in 4th, Favre in 5th, Vigoloni in 6th, Jay Skyring in 7th, Godfrey in 8th, in the Baguette Machine, Coulson in 9th, Biggerstaff in 10th, Jev in 11th, Iomi? I think Iomi in P12, McRae in 13th. Just needs to sort out the gearing and McRae immediately would be a little bit quicker. E-Dot in 14th, not really setting a lap time. We know that they can be in the same area as 66, Alacon and Lloyd, so we'll have to keep an eye for E-Dot. And Zilla not setting a lap time in quali. So let's chill out in the studio just for the last part. It's a little bit bad. He's sorting out. Cole says in chat, keep it on the road, and it's in the bag. He's had bad luck this season. He's had mucho bad luck this season. Has Mr. Lloyd. Currently sat P1. And I have a funny feeling. Well, I hope not, because I know Lloyd in real life. He's my current boss. He's a very good friend of mine. Known him for a long, long time. And I hope he keeps on the road and he gets his first race victory. He's had 2 podiums this series. Well deserved of a top step podium. And it will massively help in the race for P3. Because Alacon is right behind and 66 is right behind. But I think the weight bias that's been applied is certainly affecting them. And 6 lights. And away we go. Lloyd gets a poor start. 66 is immediately able to bounce on him. Alacon is also going through, who is a championship contender. Il Capone and Favre. Il Capone is trying to defend from someone down the inside. I think everyone's making it through fairly. Oh, and Lloyd is gone. Oh, he just saved it. He'll be frustrated. He needs to watch out for that Civic coming back on. That Civic's gone. Oh, and there's a bit of a turn again. Lloyd just needs to make it through unscathed. Godfrey and Favre having a bit of a ding-dong. Lloyd going down the inside of Godfrey. Godfrey's getting the run, but Lloyd is under attack from Biggerstaff. 66 has got the race lead. Alicon in second. Il Capone in third. And Biggerstaff just completely wipes out Lloyd. Completely wipes him out. And that's Lloyd down into P15. That segment of PNTCC literally sums up Lloyd's championship, and I think Biggerstaff has been taken out by Coulson there, because I know for a fact that Coulson and Lloyd are in a VC together. So I got a funny feeling Coulson has completely wiped out Lloyd. Lloyd's got it all to do now. At the front of the grid we've got Alicon and 66. But that is literally Jamski's championship in a nutshell. Alicon pressing 66 now. 66 got a pretty poor drive in through sector 3. And away Alicon pushes. That's a good hood. That's a good one. Reverse grid and glory. Let's hope so, but the problem is it's the sort of drivers that are there that took him out, if you know what I mean. So there's really no guarantee for Lloyd here. He just needs to get as many points as he can now to get it going. Those Hyundais are obscene. Yeah, they've got a 10 kilo ballast on as well, and they're still pulling away. But then Il Capone's locking up the rear left there. Favell is really trying to get on the charge. Jay Skyring trying to get on the back of Zilla, who has made an absolute epic start from last place to P6. Oh, and someone's gone off in the back there, McRae. And Naomi Lloyd's going to be able to pounce on that. I think Lloyd will be able to get past McRae pretty easily. As we go back to Skyring, we're in the helicopter, watching him chase down Zilla. The Hyundai versus... Is it the Golf or Polo? I think it's a Polo actually, isn't it? Oh, it's a Golf. It is a Golf GTI. Need 30 min. Inasetto, weight helps. Oh, really? Weight helps. I thought it'd just make it a bit slower in a straight line. And Jay... What's Jay? What's Jay doing? And Jay has now got behind Lloyd, so I'm not quite sure. I think Jay's just giving Lloyd a position to try and help with the championship points. That's very kind of them, but after Lloyd gets past Naomi, I'm not really sure what they're going to be able to do. Lloyd just needs to keep his head nice and calm and collected. Be smart with his overtakes. Do in the right area. Get the drive. Drive the circuit the way that he knows he can. Really using the track limits there. That's a definite track cut, but he ain't going to care. And Naomi's looking to try and get down the inside, but it's not going to happen. And now Lloyd can just get focused, get the line going. Alicon is still trying to get past 66. I have a funny feeling 66 might be trying to help Jamski here, but with the gap that there is, I don't really think there's anything that they can really do. Now Jay is 1.4 seconds behind Naomi. It's not really a lot that's going to happen, and Alicon has lost it a little bit. I didn't really see what happened there. Did they both have a bit of a tap? I'm guessing Alicon went down, or tried going down the inside on 66 and it just didn't work. Alicon's pulled over. So is Il Capone. What are people doing? Alicon is actually stopped. I have no idea what people are doing here right now. What's... Alicon is slowed up, and now Lloyd is the next car behind. So I really don't know what's going on there. Locked up, I think. Well, yeah, it did look like a lock-up, but why did Alicon fall back down for Lloyd? Is that what he did? I'm assuming that's what he did. If so, that's very sporting of Alicon to make, you know, the championship fight a little bit better, but he's going for a first grid pole, you reckon? Well, he's now slap bang in the middle, so no real penalty. That had to slow down. Oh, wow. Okay, so Alicon dives down the inside of Silla and gets a position. Thank you very much, Lemon. I don't know why real penalty isn't showing up for me. Why isn't real penalty showing up for me? It should be. Yeah. Oh, perhaps the real penalty doesn't work unless it's like the car that you're actually watching. So Alicon is on the charge. Lloyd is now only 2 seconds behind. Jay Skyring has fallen down to 12th position. Again, I'm not quite sure. Oh, Jay must have had a slowdown as well. So that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. So who is racing on track? See, this is what I thought was going to happen. I'm kind of glad about it, to be honest. Must be disabled on race settings. Maybe, but I am a viewer, so I probably don't see what other people's penalties are, I guess. As Jay Skyring is on the attack. Alicon is probably the closest to catching someone. E-Dot. We know that E-Dot's got quite a bit of pace, though. And Lloyd has just set a new PB of a 1:45.399, and I think that's the fastest lap. It is. It's the fastest lap of the race so far. 2 minutes 20 to go. And Lloyd is catching Alicon, which is mega for the battle for P3 in the championship. 66 by the looks of it. I mentioned earlier he's had 6 podiums, but no victories. And if he's going to be our champion, he needs to get a victory. So 66 just needs to bring this home. Il Capone is trying to chase down all baguette, no regret. PNR Peugeot. Oh, heavy lock up there by Godfrey. Allowing Il Capone to close that gap right up. Can Il Capone, sorry. Right on the rear. No, stop it. Silly cameras. Whoa! Il Capone had nowhere to go there. Did they both survive? They both survived. Okay. Big lock up there by Il Capone. Left his braking point way too late. Gave Godfrey the almightiest of bumps. And Alicon has made his way past E-Dot. But can E-Dot get back at before the end of this race? I mean, E-Dot probably is pretty much brand new to the series, from what I can tell. But I don't think they're going to give Alicon an easy drive for the rest of this lap. Especially with Lloyd now down to 1.6 seconds. But E-Dot's just ran a bit wide there. The Austrian. Sadly, not quite getting the drive they want. Here is the violin driver of the race. Lloyd should have been battling with 66 for the maiden victory. The 66 is coming around the final few corners now. 2 to go, I think. Or is this the back straight? No, just the back straight. Plenty to go yet. Il Capone caught right back up to Godfrey again. Coulson's also right on the back of McRae. The 2 Civics into the braking zone. Oh, good defending switch by McRae there. Oh! That was moving under the braking line there by McRae. You can defend down to the inside, but you need to stay there. You can't switch back. And 66 comes around the final corner to take his first ever victory in the PNTCC Round 9 Race 1. Well done. 66, you finally got your race victory. Favel in P2. Godfrey just about holding P3 for P&R. All began no regret. Il Capone for P4. Alicon in P5. E in 6. Lloyd in 7. Great recovery drive by Lloyd. Figlione in P8. Zilla crossing the line in P9. Jay Skyring coming around the final corner and should take P10. Jev in P11 come around the final corner now. Should be... Oh no, in fact Skyring's taken P9. Zilla... Did Zilla quit out before he crossed the finish line? I think he might have done. He has. Zilla's ballsed up here. It's in the pit lane. They didn't actually cross the line. They didn't cross the right timing line. Oh no. Biggerstaff goes over to take P13. And Naomi P15. Oh, that is very, very clever by Zilla. I've just realised what they're doing there. But it's going to come up as a DNF, so technically. And so is Yomi trying to get a P15. So it should be Biggerstaff on P1 if the game sorts it out correctly, because these two drivers didn't finish. Cheeky. Next season, the reverse grid will be from the top 10. So, yeah. That's what it's going to be for next season, because we realise these 4 reverse grids don't quite add up. So race 1 was really hectic. Sadly, we kind of called it with Jamski, which is very depressing. Yeah, not very happy about that. But, I mean, Biggerstaff finished P13. Realistically, shouldn't have finished P13. You say cheeky, I say dodgy. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, really, Cole, isn't it? Cheeky and dodgy. In fact, Zilla is 1 lap down. Naomi is 2 laps down. Technically, going to be put through as a DNF, which will be a penalty. So they'll probably end up starting at the back of the grid, if I remember correctly. So, I mean, Lemon might be able to correct me. I'm not sure. But the race should finish pretty soon. And here we go. So it's just resetting now. It's just going through the motions. Race 1. Still hasn't quite updated yet by the looks of it. But Lloyd with the fastest lap with a 1:45.399. Absolute rapid lap. The only person that came close was Alicon with a 1:45.6. And 66 with a 1:45.8. So, oh, and to be fair, Jay Skyring 1:45.8 as well. So there were some quick boys and girls out there today. But yeah, Lloyd just cannot seem to get a good start in these cars. I don't know what it is, whether it's reaction time or something. But there you go. Biggerstaff is on first. So let's just go into the broadcast. So Biggerstaff is first. McRae second. Coulson third. I've got a funny feeling Coulson might take out Biggerstaff, but we'll find out. Jev in fourth. Skyring in fifth. Viglione in sixth. Lloyd with a great opportunity from P7. Just needs to keep his nose clean. We all know that's very difficult for Lloyd. He seems to be an absolute idiot magnet. E-Dot in 8th, Alicon in 9th, Icaponi in 10th, Godfrey in the Baguette Machine in 11th, Favel in 12th, 66 in 13th, Silla in 14th, and Iomi in 15th because they didn't finish the race. They thought they could cheat the system. You can't cheat the system. It's not possible. Here we go. Here are our lights. People revving the crap. 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, 6 lights. And away we go for race 2, and McRae has got a great start there. Biggerstaff also got a pretty decent start. Has Lloyd got a good start though? Let's have a look. There's a Mastiff Civic pile-up coming on. Keep your nose clean, Jamski. Keep it clean, keep it clean. Oh, Lloyd Alicon. Oh, getting a bit of a bump. Everyone's being just absolutely mental here. Lloyd should be able to get that. Yep, Lloyd's through to P4. Coulson P3. E-Dot trying to look down the inside. It's not going to happen. Coulson slowed up. So Lloyd is up to P3. E-Dot is right behind. Alicon down to P6. 66 in 8th. Icaponi in 9th. Jay Skyring in 10th. McRae and Biggerstaff also battling it out, but E-Dot is really on the back end of Lloyd. It's alright, Lloyd just needs to calm down, settle in. He knows he's far quicker than the 2 cars ahead, and to be fair, going off the last lap time, he is faster than E-Dot. So it's just whether E-Dot takes him out. That's the next question. Lloyd with a little bit of a rear lock up there. Already on the rear end of Biggerstaff. Lloyd needs to make light work of these two. And they touch. We're just gonna keep it straight, Lloyd. Keep it going, keep it going. Biggerstaff is on the inside. And Lloyd dives it into T1. Go on, Lloyd. After such an awful race 1, Lloyd just needs to now just keep his head straight. Keep looking forwards and get going. But where is Alicon? Alicon is down to 13th. Figlione is disconnected from the service though. Clearly not having a good session this time around. Biggerstaff moves up into P2. E falling down to P3. Bit of a battle here between E and Biggerstaff. McRae is looking to pick up the pieces. Favell is on his way through. So Favell's looking down the inside of McRae. Gets the job done. Brilliant move there by Favell. You can tell the difference from the people that drive touring cars fairly regularly and those that don't. Lloyd has already made a 3-second gap to the car in front. Let's have a look at the P&O Baguette No Regret Peugeot. Godfrey's made a really good start actually, in all fairness. From P10 to P8. Oh, and who's that gone? McRae's gone. McRae's gone. Keep it saved. Keep it saved. Don't block. Don't block. Nicely done, McRae. Well done. Brilliantly done. Biggerstaff falls down. The order. Favell up to P3. E. Absolutely locking up and losing 2 positions here. The battle for P2 is between 4 cars. Brilliant stuff. Can E, can Coulson, can 66 get on in this action? Can J-Sky get in this action? Who is going to finish P2? And Jamski is just at a 1:45.0 dead. 3 tenths faster than his last lap in race 1. So Lloyd clearly using that red rage, red mist to get that victory under their belt. Where is Alicon? Currently P9. This is turning into Lloyd's favour. But McRae has also DC'd, probably damage. Figlione is also DC'd. Biggerstaff is 1 lap down as well, currently in the pits. Probably complaining in some regards. But Coulson's on the rear end of E-Dot. Lloyd driver to season. Lloyd, this is definitely Lloyd's best driver to season, already 4.5 seconds ahead. Don't need to worry about that, but Godfrey is on the attack against Silla. Awkward corner to get the move done. You really want to keep the momentum around that right-hander, but it's really difficult again. It's one of those where the sooner you can get on the power, the better. good driving there. Favel has made a bit of a nice gap between themselves and Edot. Godfrey is all over the rear end of Zilla here. Zilla making a brilliant... Oh, and Zilla's lost it. Oh, and Godfrey didn't really have anywhere to go, really. Didn't really have anywhere to go in the PNR. All but get no regret. Il Capone. Alarcon is into P8. Il Capone is in P9. Jev is having to slow down. On the racing line, not too great. Zilla's managed to bring it back. Just looked like Zilla just lost or clipped the rear left tyre on some grass or just on a dirty part of the track. Just couldn't keep it going. Lloyd now 6 seconds ahead, pretty much. 66 is on the charge in P4, closing down Edot. Coulson is not too far away from Skyrim, but I think Skyrim's just got past Coulson there. Godfrey has got the speed and pace of Alarcon. This rear end now. And Biggerstaff is still in the pits. You can see the two different lines there. Alarcon using much more of the circuit going into the corner, allowing him to get the power on earlier. But that Peugeot seems to have a fair bit of acceleration about it. Pardon me. Oh. Oh, Godfrey did the same thing that Zilla did in front of the lap before. Edot is now only half a second away from Favel. 66 is only 7/10 behind Edot. Alarcon is only 3/10 behind Godfrey. I think Alarcon's pretty much going to have Godfrey here. It's Godfrey taking the racing line. Alarcon moves out. Godfrey just carries the speed through T1 and through T2. That was really lovely done by Godfrey there. Just holding Alarcon off just for an extra few more corners. Now 66 has fallen down to pretty much a second behind Edot. So Edot and Favel have picked up the pace a little bit, but Lloyd has clearly made a mistake because he's only down, well, 2 seconds. It's been lost here somewhere. With 1 minute 55 left to go, made a mistake. We can see that Edot is having a go at Favel. 66 is now back into the pack, so clearly they're slowing each other up a little bit. Oh, and Favel got a really poor line, but 66 has got a great line coming out of there. I think Edot may try to switch back, actually. Try and get back on the inside of Favel. Didn't quite work. Looked quite good, though. But this is the battle for P2. You see that Alarcon is still just behind Godfrey. We'll keep an eye on that timeline just there. But this is a great drive here by Favel. So for the first time this season, we currently have an Audi 1-2. First time. Then a VW. Then a Hyundai. The Hyundai of 66, who is pretty much our PNR champion. PNTCC champion season 3. But we are going to use the BTCC cars next season. And this is pretty aggressive from all of these drivers here. Edot's looking down the inside. It's Favel's braked a bit late there. That's going to allow 66 to move on through. 66 moves up to P3. Favel making one mistake on the last lap. Can 66 make anything of this. Favell looks like he's got a pretty epic drive there. Not sure they're going to be able to make anything of it. And here is Lloyd. Coming around the final few corners, but we'll just keep an eye on the battle for P2. Oh, so close. And Favell's looking down the inside. Not going to happen. 66 going round the outside. Again, not happening. Oh, brilliant last few corners. Very tidy from everyone. This is what you like to see. And Lloyd has got his maiden victory in the PNTCC Season 3. E-Dot takes the deserved second. 66 takes the third. Unlucky Favell for fourth. Jay scoring great drive for fifth. Coulson just holds on to P6. Godfrey just beats Alacon to P8. Il Capone's already in the pit box. Silla across the line for P10. Jev for P11. He just needs to cross over the line. And Iomi bringing up the crew in P12. That was very good. Oh, there's a fair bit of damage to Jev's car. What's Jev doing? Oh no! I think Jev's engine's died. Oh no. He only takes P11 and Jev's engine has died just before the timing line. Oh mate, that is unlucky. Unlucky. So we'll just wait for all of the results. Ran out of fuel? Oh yeah, could very well have done actually. There's no one on track to give them a push, is there? Zilla still driving around. Come on, Zilla. Give them a push over the line for me. Come on, Zilla. Push them over the line. Push them over the line for me. Oh, they've left. Darn it. Naomi's still driving. Not quite sure why. Yeah, not sure why Zilla and Omi are still driving, but hey ho, there we go. Just wait to see the total results now. I'm not too sure. There will be something for bigger staff for race 1, that is for sure. But we're just waiting for the last race to come through. So let's just go to the studio a moment. Let's exit. Let's grab the web page. Boop. And we will just wait just a moment. But yes, there will be a penalty going for bigger staff. It will be at least a 5 or 10 second penalty. Well, I need to watch it back, admittedly, just to see exactly what happened. But yeah, that's... Oh, I didn't save it, did I? Oh, you absolute pillock, Andrew. Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. We're good. We're good. We're good. So we can actually take a look in a moment. Actually, let's have a little look about what actually happened between Biggerstaff and Lloyd. Lloyd just got incredibly unlucky there in that race. And maybe this is a good thing for me to do if I notice anything and I kind of go back and review it live on stream, and then you guys can understand why I penalize things the way that I do. Okay, interesting. Oh wait, I see. Yeah, no, just me being stupid. Just Me being stupid. Don't worry. Bear with me. Bear with me. If you're not part of the PNR Discord, I highly advise that you do, because quite frankly, we are the best sim racing. Please keep open a report open for an hour or so. We'll do, Alicon. I saw you had a bit of a rough race too by the looks of it, dude. But we are looking for bigger staff in... It's one of these two. We'll find out in a minute. The times will come up here in a minute. But we'll do, Alicon. Are you part of our Discord, Alicon? You are, aren't you? Use the form, my dude, and I'll check it out. Because your race 2 didn't look too great. Did look like that you got a little bit battered and bruised a little bit here and there. Oh, this is Zilla. So we're on board with Zilla, Coulson, Effie, Lumi. Bigger staff. Here we go. Control I for driver's name toggle. Oh, Control L. Right, so bigger staff gets to drive here. We can see Jamski's up here. He gets a nudge from one of the Civics from behind. Manages to hold on to it. Him and Godfrey very respectful here. Jamski late on the brake, trying to go around the outside. I don't know who that was on bigger stuff then. That was an absolute lunge. Godfrey gets tagged a little bit by... I'm going to believe that's Favel. You can see Jamski had to let off there on the exit of the straight, which has allowed bigger staff this epic run. So nothing wrong here so far. It's just not enough room given. Just not enough room given there by bigger staff. So people get confused when it's like, you know, moving under braking. It's not moving under braking. The way that bigger staff trajectory right now, looking straight down the line here. Okay. So his braking point there is a 50-meter board, which is ridiculous. Okay. So you can see we're pretty much on course. He actually moves over to the left here. Now, I could technically say that Jamski can use the green strip, but it's slippery, so you don't want to use the green strip. Bigger staff needs to leave the room. You want to see on board? Okay, yeah, let's go on board. In fact, actually, let's keep it studio because I feel like my animation helps. Let's go on board. So you can see that the red arrows there. I don't know whether bigger stuff has, has it on. And bigger stuff turns a little bit to the left, but only when he gets tapped. So the gap's forever closing from bigger staff perspective. I mean, for bigger staff, he may feel that, you know, he has right of road, but he doesn't. Jamski is alongside by a good wodge, really. I mean, if I just... So we're just watching these two cars here. You can just see Jamski's on the white line. He's actually moving off circuit. And that's the other thing to consider, you know, is that Jamski is moving off circuit. Trying to allow bigger staff as much room as possible. The cars connect. And the rest is history, really. The moment that they touch like that is pretty much doom and gloom for both of them. We can really get a good look like this. And you'll be able to see the trajectory of the two cars over here. It's a bit small. I'll go back to the graph just so you can see this bit properly. So these are the two cars in question. This is Jamski and this is bigger staff. And effectively, you can just see the line. Now that's not moving under braking. Okay, moving under braking is essentially if they were alongside right there and then it got to like here and then he cut right across Jamski. That's moving under braking. Biggerstaff is braking in a straight line. It's just that he is not giving Jamski, who is alongside, any room to do anything. Jamski's probably braked earlier than his 100-meter board sort of brake checking area. But yeah, Jamski, and actually to be fair, Jamski's trying to do the outside move here, which then kind of shocks Biggerstaff, which is a bit stupid because it's lap 1. And to be fair, around the outside of this corner, you can get a nice switch back. Biggerstaff's always closing the gap. And yeah, it was just never... It was just a bit silly, really, from Biggerstaff. He just needs to brake more along the straight line of the road. If he kept it alongside, those two could have gone through that corner pretty much unscathed. And jobs are good in. And we watch him go. Jamski gets absolutely ruined. So we can see the tyre marks are already there. And Biggerstaff just goes straight on because he locks up. Trying to save the turn. So yeah, it's not ideal. No penalty I give will fix Jamski's race. That's the other thing to consider as well. So, but either way, 5-second penalty for Biggerstaff for just not being aware of the surroundings. You know, it's just more of a kind of a look. You know, if we rewind it back, I call it go to GTI, never DTA. Look really carefully, Cole. Okay, look really carefully because he never deviates. Correct. But he's always closing the gap. So if I try and make this line as like straight as I can. So where are they? Okay, so bear in mind this is a corner here. Right? Now, first we'll watch Jamski's line. And we're watching against this white line here. Okay? So Jamski is always moving across. Technically, he has a little bit to go, but you don't want to touch this bit into the braking zone. It's slippery. Okay? Now if we just rewind it back a little bit more. Now we'll watch Biggerstaff's line. Okay? So notice how much of a gap is between these two here. Okay? And watch that gap against that white line just get smaller and 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 smaller until contact. Okay? So Jamski was always there. Jamski was not, you know, Jamski has every right to be there. There's plenty of space. He's already alongside. Biggerstaff just needed to drive along this line here. You can kind of see a faint line in the texture map just there. If Biggerstaff stayed on that line, in the straight line into the braking zone rather than braking across circuit, those two would have gone through absolutely unscathed. They could have raced for the rest of the race, and who knows what could have happened for both of them. Both of them would have got a better result. We can have a look at Jamski's on board, but you won't. All you'll see is Jamski trying to avoid, I would imagine. So where are we? Lloyd, here we go. So here's Jamski. So there's Biggerstaff. Name of the game. The game is sorry, name of the game. This is Assetto Corsa. So this is Assetto Corsa DK. Very cheap. These are mods that are, that you can get through an app called Content Manager, as well as through a website called WSS, which is the World Sim Series, which is where we host our competitions at the moment. And the majority of mods are completely free. Netcode, to be honest, AC doesn't really like contacts like that, and for sure these cars' hitboxes are slightly off. There is netcode, don't get me wrong. At the same time, Biggerstaff trajectory is going into the opposite corner of the apex. So Biggerstaff is always trying to close the door. Okay? If you're going to try and close the door on a car that's alongside you, you're asking to be spun. And that's exactly what's happening here. So if we go ultra slow here, Jamski's line is not deviating. He's not turning into Biggerstaff. He's trying to just keep along the white line here. Biggerstaff's car's coming across. He hasn't even passed Jamski, and he's already coming across. The collision was always going to be on. Biggerstaff's line should have been, if I find Biggerstaff's car. So you can see, based on, if you literally look at this yellow label here, Apex is over here. He's aiming his car to basically block off Jamski. He's not past Jamski at any point. So yes, netcode could be part of it. But if this was real life and netcode doesn't exist in real life and this happened, the same thing would have happened. Because Biggerstaff would have been trying to close the door when he shouldn't be. He should have been... See this? There's a perfect line right here. I don't know how well you can see that on the stream. That's the line Biggerstaff should have followed. F5 will give a good view. Let's have a little look. Spin, 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 spin. But you can see these lines in this road, correct? Okay. And you can see by the way that the car, like, we're pretty much going straight down with that line. You can see the positioning of Biggerstaff's car. Still, you know, still alongside. Still alongside, still alongside, still alongside, still alongside. Literally just maybe, but Jamski's bumper is still alongside. You know, again, in real life, this was always going to happen. Jamski braking when he's allowed to brake. He's going off the circuit to try and avoid the contact. And off Biggerstaff goes. So it's all because, and you know, I don't like saying these sort of things. It is genuinely all because, why can't I go around the other way? Oh, god damn it. We got to spin around the other way. Is there any way that I can speed this up? No. Basically, Biggerstaff thought he got by. He didn't cause a collision. That's simply it. There's nothing more to it, really. There's no, you know, you don't really need to look into it in any further kind of details. You can see these lines here are a little bit curved. Okay. But what we'll do, we'll just go slow from here. 10 times slow. And you'll just see, what you need to watch is this line here and this line here. And compare it to how Jamski's driving and how Biggerstaff is driving. So Jamski is moving across, perpendicular to white line. Biggerstaff is literally cutting across the line. Okay? He's not fully gone past. We get into the braking zone, which happens there. So Biggerstaff puts on the brakes earlier than Jamski. Or has he? Or is the Audi's brake lights like that little bit right there? For some dumb reason. Might well be. So I'm not quite sure. When did Jamski... Did those lights actually change? Yeah, it did. Yeah, so it's these lights here, which is a bit silly. So Jamski brakes now. So Jamski brakes later, which he's more entitled to do. Biggerstaff has closed the door that he shouldn't have closed because it wasn't there for closing. And that's how the accident happens. If that was real life... Again, I know this isn't real life, but what I'm trying to say is if that happened in real life, the same crash would have happened. So, yes, netcode, definitely, because you can see here, that's 100% netcode, right? But again, real life, that door would have been closed. Biggerstaff, in the real world of physics, probably would have got turned by Jamski. But Jamski was always there. So, basically, I think all this is really, is kind of, I'll kind of put it down to just a bit of lack of racecraft experience in a way. That's kind of easy for me to say because I've been doing this for years and years and years and years and years and years and years. But that's essentially all it is. Anyone else would have stayed alongside, made sure both of them got around the corner, riding to cut the other driver off. Because you know you're going to ruin your race. So that will be a 5-second penalty to Biggerstaff because of simply dangerous driving, effectively, or taking out another, you know, not giving enough track space, which is a shame. Is a shame because I think Biggerstaff had a pretty good race too, by the looks of it. All things considered. Is it done? Total. Okay, let's have a little look. So 25 points are going to 66. Let's go to broadcast just a minute. Right click, mouse gives you free movement. Oh, perhaps that's what I was doing wrong. Okay. Favell gets P2. Lloyd gets P3. That's probably because of the race win result and the fact that he got fastest lap. So 15 points going there to Lloyd. Alicon finishing in P8 with only 8 points. Is the standings updated yet? No, because we have to agree to the conditions. So I'm going to jump into the Discord with the boys if they're still there. There we go. Which incident is this, boys? One of many. Okay. Well, Biggerstaff's getting a 5 second for race 1 with Jammo. Just unnecessarily closing the door, really. Yeah, it was just unnecessary. Wow, okay. I did see that McRae did move under braking. But again, looking at the wheels when they were cornering, it did look like it was a bit like what Jammer used to have, like full lock. Like back in the day, it does seem like a little bit of that. Yes, this is Alicon's incident. Let's have a little look. Let's have a little look. Yeah, because you dropped down the ratings really quickly. I know it's at race 2. First. Did you get a slow down penalty for that? Oh, man. Oh, wow. Oh, no. No. Oh, damn. You weren't the only person to do that, though. I didn't know there's a few drivers doing that on that corner. Yeah, yeah. Alicon, what was was it race 2 for the incident that you wanted me to hold open for? No, I think Alicon's still there, isn't he? Yeah. Yeah, well, let me bear with 1 second. I'll just load up the video and try and find you a moment. What minute am I going to, bud? Right, let's pause this a minute. Alicon, here we go. Let's just go down and that one. Play. So I'll fast forward it. Oh, has he just apologised, has he? Would you like to let him off then? Yeah. His race, he did come last in the end, pretty much. Yeah, that's fine then. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's good. That's good then. That's good. Well, let's not worry about it then. That as long as people like apologise and they want to learn from it. Oh, look at that for a move. Oh, what a move. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, I found the pun. I found the pun. I found the pun. Right, here we go. Here we go. Capone knocked you off. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I found it. I've got it, boys, on the stream. It's a definite 10 seconds. No, it is 3:13. 3 minutes in. Yeah. Epic move by Alacon through the middle. And then great move by Capone around the outside, but then just completely misses the braking point and just takes Alacon straight off the circuit. So that's a straight 10-second there. Did you have another one though? Because I feel like something happened to you after that as well. Oh god, what the hell is that? Has anyone actually taken a close look at Godfrey's livery? You guys should. You guys should. Yeah, you guys need to have a good look at his livery. Okay, so the incident after you got punted off Alacon, he just locks up. There's not really much you can do about it. He kind of loses the rear end. Yeah, that's something to nothing really. Yeah. Yeah. Let's have a little look. Spotlight on Godfrey. Yeah. Is it the baguette livery? It is the baguette livery. Down the inside. Yeah. That's a 10-second. Oh, and then Capone got knocked off by someone. Who the fuck got... what happened? That was an unsafe rejoin by Capone, if anything. Although, again, the car in front's not giving any space. God, there could be penalties left, right, and centre, really. Oh, taking people left, right, and centre. Yeah, who is that? Because that's 2 cars that they've taken off now. That I've seen. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's 66. Yeah, so McRae cuts off. Yeah. Yeah. I think he has a he has a pretty strong end to the race if I remember rightly. But yeah, oh, you might be right though. I think he does stay behind you. But he has a really strong end to the race. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I watched the rest of it. I don't see a move, so nah. Must be in race 1. Okay, so are we handing any? Well, we got to hand out 1 penalty to Icaponi against Alacom, race 2. That's got to happen. Yeah. Where are we? Race 1 or race 2? Total. Where is he? Capone. Base points. No. I don't know how to apply penalties. Fabrice is at work now though. No worries, thank you, buddy. Right, stream, I'm going to close it down. Keep an eye out on WSS for the final results, but I do believe, doing the maths very quickly in my head, that 66 is our PNTCC champion. With 1 race to go. That's right, mate. You just carry on, mate. I mean, you know, it's not like I'm trying to be a professional or anything like that. You know, it's just, you know, not trying to, you know, big up what 66 massive achievement of winning the PNTCC. You know, no, you carry on, mate. It's fine. But yeah, so congrats to 66, and yeah, watch out for next week where we're at Donington Park National, which is basically the PNR's home circuit essentially, for the final round, for the battle for P2, to line up a little bit more, although I think J. Cole might be safe, maybe, but we'll have a look next week. Until then, I will see you on Wednesday for the very first round of the Ultimate Sim Racer. You don't want to miss that. It's in the Clio Cup series. And this weekend starts our new mini endurance in the Renault RS01. Sunday evening, 45-minute races, which you'll be able to find on the WSS website. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, look after yourselves. And catch you in the shadow round with every other bugger that drives with us. Bye.